Halachot in regards to preparations for pesah. So he brings down, יש להתיר אפילו לכתחילה לשתות בפסח מן המים של הכנרת ולבשל ולאפות בהם בלי שום פקפוק. Using water from the faucet before Pesach or on Pesach, he brings down lechatechila. A person is allowed to use it, and you don't have to worry. There might be bread that's been dropped inside the kineret, inside the water, in the reservoirs. That's not a problem. It's not an issue. He brings down as long as, again, it's filtered water, where the water is definitely not getting particles or anything inside. It's not a problem. However, the harosim להתחסד עם קונם, להחמיר, נכון להם לשאוב את המים קודם פסח. Some people are mahmir, and therefore we know there's something called bitul. So therefore, bitul only works prior to Pesach. On Pesach, there's no bitul. That means, if you have a pot of food and a little bit of hametz fell in before Pesach, the food becomes mutar, it becomes batel, since most of the food is kasher. It has way more than 60 times the amount. Therefore, it's kosher, even though there's a little bit of hametz that fell in, it's kasher. The same scenario happened on Pesach. A dot of hametz fell in. Now the whole food becomes asur. Because on Pesach, there's no bitul. So therefore, there are those that are mahmir on the water to try to get the water before Pesach. They bottle the water, or they get bottled water. And therefore, in case there's any hametz that was put in, there's no problem, because anyways, it becomes batel prior to Pesach. And therefore, those people will not drink any water that has not been set aside or bought or put pre-packaged before Pesach, because they're afraid in case maybe that there's hametz inside again. But this is not our minhag, it's not our custom. Most people are of the lenient custom, like he brings down, that it's mutar to drink the water even on Pesach, and you don't have to worry. Just in regards to preparation, he brings down what happens if a person mixed by mistake and used a pot of hametz while preparing a food that's kasher Pesach. Again, he was planning to make it kasher Pesach. All the ingredients are kasher Pesach. The only problem is when he took the pot, he took the wrong one. They took the pot that was hametz and they used it and they cooked the kasher Pesach food. What do you do now? So the halakha is, it depends. If the pot is within 24 hours has been used for hametz, in that case, it's a problem. And therefore, you have to consult your local rabbi in such a case what to do. However, most of the time, the pot is usually above the time of 24 hours. That means it hasn't been used for hametz in the last 24 hours. In that case, if the pot has not been used in the last 24 hours, and now you went and you used it for kasher pesach, of course you shouldn't do it l'chatechila. However, if by mistake you used it, the halakha is the food stays kasher. We use the din of bitul in this case, and it's not a problem. You're allowed to use it without any issues. It's mutar to use the food that was cooked in that pot.